Thank you all for having me. Thank you, Lanier, Michaela, and Black Lives Matter for organizing this event. I attended the Black Lives Matter protest in Providence last Friday, and I was so moved by the brilliance, passion, and pain of young people speaking. In Newport last Saturday, I was so proud to see the community of all ages and backgrounds show up to be heard. Before I begin, I would like to thank our mayor, Jamie Bova, and the other council members for condemning racist hate speech and supporting change here in Newport. I would also like to say to First Ward Councilwoman McCullough that I am very sorry that you had to endure the racist rants at the council meeting. Thank you. You've got our support. My name is Nick Manson. I am Rogers High School class of 2006 graduate, teacher of English learners, and a basketball coach at Rogers. I stand here as a white man who recognizes his privilege and wants to stand in solidarity with the Black community. A white man who is thankful to live in a diverse community. A white man who has learned so much from his friends who are Black and people of color. I understand that I will never truly know the struggle of being Black in America, but I will continue to support and lift up the voices of the Black community. When I think of why we are here, it sickens me. When I think of the murders of Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, the list goes on, and of course Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, it infuriates me. It keeps me up at night because I see my friends, my students, my players, my former teammates who are Black, brown, and Latino. How do we make our community, our country safer? How do we uplift our community? First is through economic development and investment in these communities. Investment in education, health professionals, and other resources to support marginalized communities. Invest in the community surrounding us here at my Aunt Anomi, behind Broadway, the Martin Luther King Center. Newport is investing in the North End Plan to create more housing options, small businesses, recreational spaces, and connect this area to downtown. Let's make sure that this project is executed with the best interest in mind of the North End residents. That as a result, there are job opportunities for Black people and people of color besides service jobs. Here in the North End, I and others have begun working on a project to build basketball courts. Dope basketball courts in this neighborhood. My dream is to have a space for all of us to hoop, enough space for all ages and levels to develop and compete with camps and summer leagues. This is my little nephew. Barbecues and music that bring this community together. Second, we need to find ways to build relationships and trust between community members and police so Newporters feel comfortable interacting with police. Not afraid or threatened. Across the country, police need to be held accountable. To be properly trained. To approach situations with the goal of diffusing and helping. Newport police could benefit from this as well. Third, Rogers High School. Students should not be learning and teachers should not be teaching in a building with rats and in classrooms with buckets of rain, water, and mold. Rogers today is 12% Black, 13% multiracial, 30% Hispanic, 40% white. What a beautifully diverse school and community. But what message does the condition of this school send to our young people and their perceived value in this town? We need the Newport community to vote to support the new initiative. One Newport, educational bond for both Pell and Rogers. To my friends who are white, systemic racism has existed in this country for the past 400 years. White people created these despicable systems of oppression. It is our responsibility to fix the pain and suffering we have created. We have to change the narrative of the way Black, brown, and Latino people are perceived. White people, speak up. Silence is violence. Educate yourselves, examine yourselves, become an ally, and don't turn your back no matter the challenge.
That's right. That's right.
To impact change, we need to support each other. We need to support and invest in our community. We need to vote in November, to spark this change. We need to be hopeful, and we need to believe in our youth. Since I've become a teacher and attended the youth-led Black Lives Matter protests, I've learned that you, the youth, are the ones most capable of making the necessary change in our future. Love to you all, stay strong, and thank you.